I got a theory. Is the word Akata a mystery? Do we really know the history? I'm Nigerian, born in America. So this is 5 minutes with an Akata?
All right, thank you so much, Zul, for being here with me today.
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm very excited to have this conversation.
First, I just want to ask, what is your ethnicity? What do you identify with? And where were you born and raised?
So I am a Tanzanian American, born in Springfield, Massachusetts, parents of immigrants. And yeah, just born and raised in Springfield and visited Tanzania about 4 times.
Okay, we got Tiffany in the building.
Yeah.
So, have you heard of the word Akata before?
I've heard of it, but only online, but I've actually never heard of it in person before.
Okay. So, that's really interesting. What did you experience online? And then, if you can also go a little deeper and share with us what your first reaction was to when you first saw it, read it, heard it. What was your first reaction, and what did you decide how you were going to use the word or not use the word?
Sure. So my first ever experience actually just seeing the word or hearing the word was through online Black Americans on Twitter, where they were talking about the differences between Black Americans and Africans, and the division that in places. And so a lot of certain conscious individuals online, they were speaking about the word Akata, and they were speaking about how, of course, from hearing it, they felt like it was a derogatory term towards Black Americans, as many individuals may think. And so what I was seeing this online, it felt like it was a generalization, in a sense, where it seemed like certain Black Americans felt like, if there was anything derogatory towards them coming from Africans, the word Akata would come into place. And I was like, well, I'm from Tanzania and I've never heard this word ever in my life. I just went online and I was just trying to find out where the origin of the word, and and just seeing like, okay, supposedly, all right, it's stemming from Nigeria. And I said, okay, all right, that's interesting. And then I was just trying to find out what is the actual meaning behind it, because I started to feel like there was so many different meanings. One movie called Sugar Hill, starring Wesley Snipes, there was a scene, and they say it means cotton picker. I was like, okay. But then when I did other research, and it says wild animal, and then another site it says a lost cat. So I'm piling up all these different terminologies. I was like, all right, I'm still confused.
In your opinion, do you see a division between Africans and African Americans? And if you do, what's one thing that comes to mind that is creating or sustaining that division?
Yeah, I mean, I personally feel like the division only exists on social media, because in person, I don't really see much division. Especially like with apps such as, Clubhouse, which in my opinion kind of fell off in a way. I kind of felt like there were certain rooms that created that type of aggression, and I tapped into some of those rooms here and there. I never felt good, like, coming out from those rooms where it felt like it was a battle between Black Americans and Africans. But I just felt like it just only exists online, because I personally believe, like, in person, whether we're going to some type of, Afro pop fest or some African restaurant fest, or just any situation where there's just Black people around from different backgrounds, whether it's from America, Africa, or the Caribbeans. I mean, I think we're all generally, we're all under the same system of white supremacy. So at the end of the day, in person, I personally don't really feel that division, but I definitely would see it mostly online, because, people online are mostly cowards and feel like they can say whatever they want, but never in person.
Maybe you know the true definition of Akata. If so, let me know. If you like this episode, subscribe, rate, share, and help spread the hope of unity. On Hiyan Zekbe, y'all. I leave you with love, joy, faith, hope. Peace.
LAM.